Hello. I have a plan. It's a Christmas plan. Now is the time. Actually, 3 months ago was the time. Hello. Welcome to Babbles Travelling Yarns. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. I don't know if you heard my husband sneezing, but he's sneezing. I wanted to do, I've been up last night. I was up last night with the baby and I just started thinking about Christmas. It's October 22, October the year 22 of the year 2022 of our Lord. And I have not really thought about Christmas at all yet this year. So I need to do some planning. So this is going to be a planning little video, which I think are quite nice and satisfying. So let's get to it. So here we are. This is a blank monthly planner that I got. All of this stuff is actually stuff that I got back when I had money and time. And it's just been sitting in a drawer basically waiting for me to use it. So I thought, I love watching these planning videos. I think they're so relaxing and so nice to watch. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I plan. So today is Friday the 14th of October. So I'm going to start the month there and then do November as well. And then we're going to see how much I can actually do in a month of however much I can fit in here. So I'm going to start off just dating them all. 15. So I have a couple of ideas of presents, but I need to be very frugal this year. So I was thinking, why not use a lot of the gifts and crafts that I've been gathering for years and I've not had a chance to do. So I've got some marbling stuff, I've got some resin art, I've got polymer clay, 30, and there's 31 days in October, of course. Halloween, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So this is what we've got to do to play with. So Sunday I'm actually going to be very busy. It is going to be an event and I'm very excited about it. It is my friend's baby's christening. So I'm going to just pop a little marker there. Just a small little one here. This is super cute. It's like a little... Most of this stuff I actually got off of Shein, if anyone's looking for. I know, it's very terrible for the environment, but I got... This is like middle of the night, can't sleep, very sick, Grace being pregnant vibes. So on Sunday, we have a lovely little christening. So I have actually made a little a bonnet for this little baby. So it's a little baby bonnet, and that is done. Tick. So before we start anything even more crazy, I might just write so this is for gifts. This is all just my gift planning section. So just do something pretty. That's pretty for me now, lads. So I've got a baby bonnet already made. So that is one thing to do. So the next thing is Halloween, obviously, and we're planning on going down to a friend's house for Halloween. We've already got my baby's costume, which you might have seen on Instagram. So we don't really need to get anything for that. I might just make some food. I might just make some cute, like, pumpkin flavored something or others. So I'll just write that down. Little pumpkin muffins or something. Maybe just treats, sweet treats. In a little muffin tin. Or maybe some cookies or something. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make sure I make those because I have all the stuff here and that's pretty easy to make. And yeah, everything else really, there's something on this weekend. This is my retreat weekend actually, so I won't be able to make anything. Or do you know what? I could make the slippers on the retreat because they're very easy to make. Right, what I'm going to do first, sorry now, I'm getting ahead of myself, is I'm going to write out the gifts that I need to make, and I'm going to then pop in days where I can actually do it. So, gift ideas, supplies, time, and completed. That's going to be my plan. I'm just going to get my little markers here. Maybe, I'll do pastel. That's what I'll do. These are so cute. I bought these when I was over in the UK. And I was, I found Paper Chase and I was like, obsessed. Yes, thank you. Yeah, give this a go. I haven't planned this out, so if all the lines are wrong or if I don't have enough room, it's all my fault, and that's fine. So, and over here, I'll actually do who they're for. So, James and myself are not getting gifts for each other this year. We have decided to just put money into Christmas decorations and maybe days out, but we're not going to give each other any presents this year, which feels very sad, but we have a lot on, and I think it's a good idea to, you know, focus on what's important, which is our new baby, and spending time and spending money on things that will like make future Christmases really nice and fun, which is decorations for James. And I want to maybe just spend time, really. I don't need anything. I think I've realized that so much more these days. I really don't need that much for me. Now that I have a tiny baby, I'm like, all I need is baby stuff. It's stuff for her. Because and funnily enough, I always had this thing in my head when I was buying things like fancy highlighters and silly stamps and stickers, that there would be a day in my future where I couldn't afford them. And if I had them, then I would be, you know, I'd have a little I'd have a little art shop in my own house. Now I would have probably saved lots of money and I probably wouldn't be in this. No, I mean, you gotta live your life, right? So, gift ideas. So, I have a little a Chinese money plant. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it's actually grown really big since I got it during the lockdown, and it's sprouting off a million little babies. So I am going to basically make little plant pots and give away little cuttings of the little Chinese money plant. And I think that's a lovely little idea. Now, plant pots, I have them, but they're kind of funny, weird colors. I got them from Aldi and they had succulents which died, of course. So I think I'm going to spray paint those little pots and then repot the plants into it. And I have the spray paint and I have the pots and I have the plants. absolutely brilliant. So I have plants, pots, and spray paint. It'll probably take me, like, all I need to really do is spray paint the pots, which will only take me 20 minutes. And then I need drying time for it, which is overnight. And then I need to plant them up, which will probably, again, only take 20 minutes. And then I'll need to package them in something. I don't know what I'm going to package them in, actually, but I do have a little bit. I have like, I'll have to look that up, but maybe some nice paper. Do I have any nice paper? I don't know if I do. Yes, I do. I do have some nice paper from packaging from the shop. So yeah, say it'll take me in total probably 2 days, over 2 days, just because of the overnight. Yeah, so that's my first one. So I'm gonna make probably, I have enough for maybe 3 of those. Now I've got family coming from abroad, and I'm going to be visiting family in the new year in the UK. But obviously I'm not going to be carrying a plant in a pot. I might be able to. No, I won't. So those will only be for people who are actually in local to me, that I can meet up and hand them to. So I'm going to make 3 of them and then decide who I'm going to give them to. Possibly my mom, possibly my sister, and possibly a friend. Actually, I have 2 good friends which I would like to gift. Oh no, I've given one of these already to one of them. So yeah, okay, so okay. So that is my first free gift, because I have all the stuff. The second gift are going to be coasters. So these are going to be fabric coasters with fabric that I've used. And I also have this kind of rattan kind of straw mat, like table mats, which are beginning to fray. So what I want to do is cut those up and put a little bit of interfacing, scrap interfacing on the back of them, and then edge them with binding. And I think that would look really cute. I've done them before. They're really easy to do. So I'm going to make a couple of sets of those and possibly give them to my mum and my sister. They're basically, it's going to be lots of small little presents. I could give them to my mum, my sister, and my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, who are visiting from Australia. So yeah, okay. So how many in a coaster set? 4. So I'll need to make probably I probably should. They're kind of small and handy, and I do have enough supplies to make quite a lot of sets. So if I make actually 4 sets, what's that? 16. So I'll make 16 of those. Okay, so I have the mats, I have the fabric, and I have the backing. Lovely. I'll just probably need like a ribbon, or do you know, I'll probably just use a yarn piece, a yarn string to tie them together, and that'll be really cute. So they will probably take a little bit of time. I would say, see, with a baby, it's all a bit different. So I would say maybe 4 days to make 16. Okay. So that is another thing to do. Then the next thing, okay, so we've got a lot of doggies in our family. So my sister has a lovely dog. My brother down in Australia has a lovely dog, Bella, and then my sister-in-law in the UK, they have a lovely dog called Snips. So I'm gonna make 3, or actually, and I could make another bandana for my in-laws dog as well. So 4 little doggy bandanas. They're very simple to make. I don't know if all of the dogs have collars. So there's a There's a couple of different ways you can make them, but one of the ways is to get a square bit of fabric, fold it in half, and then sew from here to here, here to here. So if I fold that in half, and then basically fold this down, so you kind of cut here, I suppose you can cut here, fold this down in half and leave space for either a ribbon, which I can supply, or space for their collar. So very cute idea. I've lots of really nice fabric, so I can definitely do that. I think that would be a lovely idea. And you'd be sewing that and turning it inside out and all that sort of jazz. So yeah, so Doggy Bandanas by four in total. Fabric and ribbon, and I have my sewing machine and I have my thread, so I'm not including that. So those will probably, once I get the first one done, they'll probably go pretty fast. So I would say 1 day for those, and it would be for Snips, Sammy, Keely, and Bella. They have the doggies taken care of. Another one, see, it's really easy to make for girls. Another one I want to make are scrunchies. I've got lots of silk fabric left over from my wedding dress and my sister's wedding dress, so I want to make a set of scrunchies for the girls in my family, and I want to also make I want to also dye them. So I'm dyeing yarn again. Don't say that too loudly. I don't know how long that's going to last. I'm dyeing yarn for supplying to the Irish Fibre Crafters, and also for my retreat, which is happening on this day here. So I want to make silk scrunchies. And I don't know if I will throw them in the dye pot after or before I make them. Probably after, because then they'll be done. So I need silk, elastic, and sewing machine and dye pot, which I have. So I have all of that as well. I know you probably can't read my writing. My writing is pretty terrible, but you know. And that will probably take 1 day for making them, because they're very easy to make, and then another day for dyeing them. So I'll say 2 days in total. And they will be for, how many will I make? So I'll probably make 2 each. So Mum, Siobhan, Vicky, and Laura, I'd say. So 4. So I'll make 8. So I'll make 10, just to have 10. And that'll be 5 people, by 5 people, and I can chuck them into presents and stuff like that. Yeah, so the next thing now, polymer clay and resin earrings. I haven't done them before, so I'll need a day to focus on them. And also with a baby around, polymer clay is probably easier because she's not grabbing things yet out of my hands. Resin, I'm a little bit cautious about, because I really don't have a clue about that, and I feel like it could be messy. So I might just do the polymer clay, and I have all the earring findings and everything, so I might just do those. And again, I was just going to make one each for each person. Now, what I might end up doing is reducing down the amount and giving like some things to my mom, some things to my sister, some, you know, so we'll see. So basically, I'm going to have a couple of days of making these things, and however much I end up with, I end up with. And yeah, so I've been seeing all these Instagram reels and TikTok reels of making jewelry out of polymer clay, and I really want to go, basically. So now I don't have cutters or anything. I do actually have cutters, but they're all like cookie cutters, and they've all different, I don't know, we'll see what I can make. So I need the clay, cutter, knife, something to roll it out. I think I probably could find something. And then oven and earring findings. Okay. I honestly don't know how long those will take. Probably one day for making all the bits, and then drying them in the oven, and then another day for putting them together. So we'll say 2 days again. Now for the men, I don't have a clue what to get them. I swear to God, why are men so hard to buy for and make? So if anyone has an idea, please give me some hints and tips for things to make men. So I was literally looking it up, and I saw there was a really nice recipe for a hand scrub in a jar. So, and I have a couple of, you know, the things that you get, the little shampoo and washes that you get in hotels, and some of them, you know, you could actually mix with salt to make a hand scrub. So I'm planning on making that. I was also thinking, oh, I don't know if I can, to be honest. There's too much knitting if I do that. I was thinking of also knitting face cloths again, but it actually took much longer than I thought the last time, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so, and sugar, and that'll only take a day, 20 minutes probably. I'm just going to focus on days. I was also thinking about knitting cotton round or crocheting cotton rounds, because they're actually quite quick to make. Cotton and crochet hook. But they probably would take like 3 days, you know, spread over, because again, these things do take time. And another thing I was thinking of was for my dad. Basically, I don't have a clue what to get him. So I was thinking of making him some slippers. So I was going to knit him some slippers. So I'm going to make knitted slippers for my dad. Vicky really liked those cotton rounds the last time, so I might give her some more for that. Might make some knitted slippers. So I'm going to do that at the retreat. Hopefully I'll get time to do it at the retreat, which is this period of time. So 3 days. So yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to... Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to... Oh, I've got a nice little... Oh, I've got lovely stickers here. So my retreat is all in the forest, so I'm going to put little trees there. I'm going to Dublin for these dates. That's what I'm doing. My retreat. That's going to be lovely. We're going to Dublin and IKEA on this weekend. So I just really love these black markers. So we're going to go for a night out. So I'm going to put a little stars and planets for the night out, and IKEA as well. So I'm just gonna... So I do have busy weekends coming up. And I also need to do a little budget for going out and dinners and things as well. And then the following weekend, I'm not sure what I'm at actually, the following weekend. So this weekend is the christening this weekend, I think this weekend I am going to be making things for my retreat. Yeah, so it's going to be a full day of retreat making, and I'm also going to do you know, I'll write it in here what I plan to make for the retreat, because that needs to happen in these 2 weeks. So retreat, so I want to make gift bags, and I've got linen and cord for those. I need to make 10. I want to dye up some yarn. I have some yarn dyed, but I think I want to maybe do a special colorway. So I want to dye up 10 of those. By 10. And I also, if I've got the polymer clay out, I really do want to make up some knit stitch markers again. I really love making them. So by 10 or maybe 20. I'll put 2 in each. So I have yarn. I'm wondering, actually, I think some people are spinners, so I might dye up some fiber as well, and then the rest I can actually give to the Irish fiber crafters, and they can sell it there. Stitch markers, clay, findings. I'll figure out something. So the gift bags will probably take 2 days, let's be honest. The yarn dyeing will take 5 days, I'd say, spread over. Because it's 1 day of soaking and dyeing. The second day is drying. Third day is winding. Fourth day is labeling. And fifth day is packaging up. So 5 days, honestly. Stitch markers, probably 2 days. Okay. So those are that. Yep. Okay. So what day is today? Today's Friday. I want to get started on the gift bags today. So I'm going to write in gift bags. So if I cut the fabric, it's already washed. I need to iron it. So iron, cut, and I can sew the first test. And then once I've sewn the first test, I can just ream through the rest of them on the final part. So I can literally just production sew them. Right, finished bags. Then I'll have the christening. I'll take a day off. So that should be done by the 15th. Not going to write when it actually is, estimated. Maybe I will actually, just to keep track of myself. Estimated actual. So estimated finished by the 15th. 15th of October. Okay, so then Monday I have a coffee morning at 10:30 from my bed, which is the best. Right, then I have, so then I need to start dyeing. So if I get up early and I soak, it's nice to kind of break it down. So if I soak, so if I soak 10, I can fit 10 into the one thing, and then I have 5 that I can put into each pot. I've got 2 pots, so then I can make up the dyes and do, yeah. So while they're soaking, then I can do little tick box. Love a tick box. Makeup dye, and I wonder what colors am I going to do. I have these pretty little things. Oh, I'm going to use that. I don't know what colors I'm going to do. I'll have to think about that, but I'll put that there as a little. It's going to be a dye week. I haven't dyed in so long. It's going to take me ages. So makeup dye and soak. That's gonna, and then I'll spin out. Yeah. So I'll dye. I'll probably need to leave it set overnight because let's be honest, I probably will use some blue. So I'll leave it set overnight, and then the following morning I'll spin out. Spin out and then dry. Hang to dry. Then the following day will be rescanning. And then labeling. Thursday, yes, because I have a class at 10:30. And I have a coffee morning, full of coffee mornings with all these women from 10:30 to 12. So I won't really be doing too much because I have these little events, little kind of social events, which are so nice. And I have a chiropractor appointment to this on Tuesday. Don't know what time yet, but if I manage to get these bits done, then I'll be happy with that. Yes, so labeling and then packaging. So labeling and packaging on the same day, that'll be fine. Now, so, and then stitch markers. So stitch markers will be this weekend, I think. So I'll be prepping and rolling. Oh, this is exciting. It's prepping and designing stitch markers, cooking them. Probably I'll do the oven and then let cool overnight. Yeah, and then findings and then packaging. Great. And then Sunday, I'll have Sunday off to do something. Okay. So that is fun. Do you know what? Will I make a little thing? I'm gonna do this fun. So I'm gonna do gift bags are yellow. So I'm gonna do gift bags. Gift bag day. And then a dye day. It's gonna be maybe this one. No, it's gonna be this one because it's my favorite color. And I do love a dye day. Lovely. And then stitch markers. So this will be this day. Lovely, 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 lovely. And then I'm gonna have some social events. I think this is probably, oh, it's not. Oh my God, amazing. So these are my social events. Not really social, that's kind of health related, but it's basically not creative. Just to give me a general idea. Okay. Of how the day is going to look. So then, okay, so that will be the retreat. The rest of the time then will be spent kind of resting in anticipation of the retreat. I mean, I could start knitting. I could start knitting the slippers. I could also start doing quite a lot, but I'm just going to give myself this time, and I'm going to make some sweet treats the day I get back from the retreat. So it's going to be a cooking day. Actually, Sundays are going to be cooking days as well. So it'll be food prep. Okay. Food prep days. These kind of just normal household jobs that I have to do. So this is when I'm up in Dublin. Okay, so let's have a look here. So the plant pots, I can definitely do that. To be honest, I can do that in one day, can't I? Yeah. So I'm going to put a little sticker. Oh, I have the money plant. This is the plant. Oh, fantastic. This is the little plant. So this is my plant pot day. Oh, that's so cute. Perfect. So that is going to be on the 1st. And actually I haven't. So the dyeing should be completed by the 20th. And my stitch markers should be completed by the 22nd. Okay. So my coasters then, I'll start them on this side here. Excuse me. Okay. Cutting, backing, and binding. Binding is going to take the longest. I'm going to assume that it's only going to take 2 days. So the 3rd, because I probably will start the coasters up here, but okay. So the doggy bandanas then, I'm going to, actually I can measure one doggy up here. Very smart. Oh, and then I think November is when my in-laws are coming. I think it's the final week in November, but I can definitely, to be honest, actually all the dogs are kind of the same size, so I'm gonna go with that. So doggy bandana day. Do I have a doggy? I don't really have any. I have all kind of nature stuffs. I'll just draw a little. So cute. Doggy bandana. Doggy bandana day. So that is going to be that day. Probably will only take 1 day. And then I can move on to silk scrunchies. Silk scrunchies. Actually, I have 10:30 coffee on all these days. Okay. I'll let that dry a bit. Okay. And then I have actually my oh jeez. I really hope you can hear him singing. I really do. Great song. Okay, so I might give myself 2 days for Doggy Bandana Day, but look, we'll start the silk scrunchies over here. Silk scrunchies. So I'll do the cutting. If I even get the cutting done one day, that'd be good. So I've got 10. And then I will do, I have knit night on as well, actually, this night. And this night. Right, so silk scrunchies, the cutting and the sewing. And I could actually dye the fabric back here, couldn't I? Do you know what? I'll cut the scrunchies the same time as I cut the gift bags. That'll make sense, because then I can just throw in the fabric and it'll be dry and I can just sew it together. Yes, yes. So actually, to be honest, it'll only take a couple of days. Anyway, sure, look, I've written it down now, but that's probably what I will do. Yes. Okay. That's today. Woo! I gotta find that yesterday. Okay, great. So, and then the polymer clay. So this weekend, I'm wondering, am I doing something this weekend? I cannot remember. So I'll just start polymer clay down here. I was going to do the polymer clay up here when I do the earrings and everything at the same time and not have the oven running. This is why I plan. I write things down and I think about it and I'm like, oops. Earrings. Listen, if I don't have time, I have time down here to do it. So, but hopefully I'll know what I'm doing from there. So, okay. So, and then I've got the hand scrub, the cotton rounds, and knitted slippers. So here is the knitted slippers. So I'm going to cast on. I'm going to cast on slippers and I'm going to give myself a week to do the slippers. I think that's reasonable. And I'm literally going to double up real heavy on the yarn. I'm going to do like extra chunky yarn. And we'll see if I can make one set. And if I can make one set in this week, then I can definitely make a second set for my father-in-law. Actually, that'd be a good idea. The coffee's so nice. Okay, so the doggy bandana should be done by the 6th. The silk scrunchies should be done by the 10th of October. Oh, no, November, sorry. Oops. No, because we're already almost at we're halfway through October. I can't believe it. Silk scrunchies should be done by the 10th of November. Polymer clay earrings, I'll give myself until the 14th. And the hand scrub, that'll literally only take a day. I'll do that anytime, to be honest. But no, write it down. Write down a day for it. Hand scrub. So that'll be the 16th of November. And then the cotton rounds. Now I have up until like Christmas, because they're not actually arriving until after Christmas. They're not actually arriving until down to Limerick until the 30th. So I have plenty of time for that, but I can start them on the 18th of November, yeah. So then in the end, I will actually have for my mum, dad, sis, B-I-L, bro, S-I-L, and friends. So I will have a plant for my mum, coasters. I will have silk scrunchies. And the clay earrings. For my dad, slippers. And the hand scrub. I think he'd like the hand scrub as well. For my sister, plant, coaster. Actually, I'll give my brother-in-law the coasters. And a doggy bandana. And scrunchie. And earrings. She might like the cotton rounds as well, actually. For my brother, I honestly have no idea because it has to be light and I have to carry it back to Australia. So I don't have a clue what to get him. That's not just money, because we don't really have that much to spend this Christmas. So I honestly just don't have a clue. He might be the only one I actually spend money on. But it's actually the most thoughtless gift, if you know what I mean. So anyway, my sister-in-law loves the cotton rounds. Coasters and the clay earrings. And the doggy bandana. The doggy bandana. James will have that. Or not James, my brother. Bandana. I mean, he could have the coasters too. And the silk scrunchies. Coasters. Coasters have solved all problems. Yeah. Boys only get 2 things and girls get all the rest. Oh my goodness. Now, I could knit him some slippers, but to be honest, he lives in Australia. What does he need slippers for? Like, it only ever gets to like 10 degrees, so whatever. And I can't really give him the hand scrub because that's quite heavy. Yeah. So, and then for my friends, I was gonna give them the plants. And yeah, I'll think about it. I also have a secret Santa, which I need to make something for. What, if anyone has a clue, what would you recommend be a good present for a new mum, but not for the baby, for herself? Please leave the comments. And also handmade gifts for boys, because honestly, why are they so difficult? So I think that's my next month planned out. Dublin and then retreat. That is my next month planned out. So once my retreat is over and done with, all of this jobs here, I am going to be on full-scale production for Christmas. So that is exciting. Very exciting. So let me know if you liked this video. Do let me know. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you fancy. And if this is something that you like and you want more of, you know, let me know too. It was fun to do. I really actually enjoyed it. And I'd be doing it anyway. I've also kind of started looking into cash stuffing envelopes and things like that, but that's just for myself. I don't think anybody would be interested in seeing that. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy, and do tell me what your Christmas gift plans are. And have you already bought everything? Are you one of those super efficient people? And if you are one of those super efficient people, maybe just don't tell me, because I'll be super jealous. So thanks so much for joining me. I know there wasn't much crafting, but it was a little bit of fun colouring in silliness. So yeah, I had a great time, and I need to get starting. So today I am going to be cutting fabric, cutting and ironing fabric, and sewing a test bag and a test, sewing a test bag. That's what I'm doing today. So thanks for joining me. Bye.